Hi guys, my name is Karina, and if you want to know the 5 steps to finding the best profitable product that you can sell on Amazon and traps to look for and avoid, then keep on watching the video. Okay guys, so I have a product example here and I'm going to go through all the 5 steps to give you guys an idea of exactly what I look for when I look for products to find if it's actually something that I want to get into. So 5 super important things, and we're gonna use an example of this product right here, which is the drawing mat aquadoodle. It's like a kid's drawing mat. Okay, so for the first thing, every time I do product research, I always have my Viral Launch Chrome extension right here. If you guys want a discount link, it is in the comment section down below. Now you're free to use whatever you use, whether it's Jungle Scout or Viral Launch or Helium 10. I have links for all of them down below. So I personally have been using Viral Launch, and I check the first step is sales. Okay, are you making sales? And not only sales, let's just call this basically the numerical factor, which is, are all the numbers adding up? And to me, all the numbers are basically the 3 things I look for, which is the revenue, the price point, and the reviews. And then we'll get into all the details later, right? So right here, I look at the monthly revenue, and what I look for is stability. Now, I look that pretty much everyone on the first page, minus maybe 1 to 3 people, have sales velocity and have the revenue to be quite similar. It doesn't have to be high. That is the other misconception. I'm not looking for $40,000 products. Like this one here has stable sales, as you can see. Okay, everyone is selling well. Everyone except for this person, but he's number 13. But everyone has high numbers. I am comfortable with a product even doing 4,000 and above, as long as it's profitable. So if the market is consistent and everyone is doing 4,000 a month and plus, I am okay with that, right? I just have to break out the numbers. And on top of the monthly revenue, how are the reviews looking? Is everyone that is selling well have 1,000 reviews? If so, I am not interested, right? So right here, review quantity, this looks great. I'm not scared of reviews that are in the hundreds. When it gets past like 500, then I'm kind of a little scared. But if a few of them have it in the triple digits and most of them have it in the double digits, even if everyone else has it in the low triple digits, below like 300 reviews, I am completely okay with that still. That doesn't deter me. So those are the things I look at. And then the price, we'll get into that later. But the first factor is it selling well, right? The second factor is competition. And what I mean by that is, again, the reviews and how long each seller has been selling for. A lot of people don't talk about this factor, but it is quite important. The reviews are one thing, but the reviews aren't the most scary thing. What I like to personally do is study my competition and click into every single listing and check how long they have been selling for, how many reviews they have, and pretty much what else they're selling in their store. Are they a brand that has been around for a long time? Where are their sales coming from? Are their sales coming from outside advertising? Are they in Targets and Walmarts, and that's why everyone else knows about them, right? Like, competition is the second most important factor after you determine that a product is selling well. The next step you look for is why, right? The question of why. Why are they selling well? So what I like to do is click into every listing, see how well it's optimized. Again, answering the question of why is it selling well, looking at the pictures, looking at the description, looking at the reviews, their storefronts, and the most important thing is how long have they been around. So I have this extension right here. It's called Keepa. You can just download it. It's a Chrome extension. It's super easy. Just type in Keepa into the Chrome store. And then I like to look at how long they've been selling. Right here, it says that they have been selling for 276 days. And the green line right here, the lower it is, the better it is. Okay, this is their best selling rank, the BSR, the sales rank. So the lower it is means the better they are selling. So you're seeing that they've been selling quite well this entire time. So I do that with everyone else. And the reason, let me explain why I do that, is because I want to see how long each person has been around. If every seller on the first page has been around for like years and years, then you pretty much don't have a chance, because they are pretty secured in that spot with Amazon. They have a sales history that has been reflected over a prolonged period of time, and then you don't really have much leeway room. So I like to study each competitor to see how long they've been there, and that is so important. No one talks about this. Then another thing, as far as competition goes, is seeing if a brand dominates the market, because if it's selling well, perhaps it is common that a search term that it's ranking for, where all the sales are coming from, is actually a brand term. And I picked this product specifically for that reason, because in this case it is a brand dominated market. Do you see Aquadoodle is the brand name, and it is also the search term, and you will see that when you do keyword research. I'm not going to do it in this video. It just kind of all compiles into the competition aspect of a part 2, but that also includes keyword research, and you will see that Aquadoodle is pretty much the first keyword that all of these are ranking for. And if you are an outsider, you can't even rank for that word, because that was actually against TOS. That's against trademark infringement. You're basically stealing someone else's trademark, and you can literally get your listing removed or your account banned for that. So you have no room to enter that market. So you really want to make sure you study competition really, really thoroughly. That is so important, guys. And I'm probably going to make a detailed video about exactly studying the competition, because I think it is so important to do that. Okay, so the third thing is checking for seasonality, right? I'm just going to continue using this product, even for the fact that I would have already written it off, seeing that it is brand dominated, but just let's pretend it's not, and that we're going later to search. Is checking seasonality. Do you want a business that sells seasonal items? That's up to you. Can you really monitor that? It's up to you. But I just like to check for seasonality. There's separate ways. There's camel, but I just use Google Trends, and also I use Keepa, which Keepa pretty much tells you right here if someone has been around. Again, this only works if someone who has been around for a long time. Where is Keepa? So if they've been around for like years and years, like they have only been around for 141 days, but you can kind of see any spikes that theirs have, and if it's not selling well during the winter time, you can determine it by here. But you can also go to Google Trends, and let's just type in Aqua Magic Doodle as an example to Google Trends, and this will tell you the general search term in the whole entire basically United States, not just from Amazon, but it gives you an idea of how searched this is. And you can see that this is not something that is interesting. It has spikes. Maybe there's TV commercials around this time. That's why the spikes are happening. But typically I like to look for a product 50 and above. Sometimes if it's kind of in between 25 and 50 and it's consistent over here like this, I'll still get into it, because if Amazon is telling me it has good sales, then it has good sales. But I'm just basically trying to avoid any type of spikes that you might see in these markets. So that is step 3, is seasonality. Now the fourth thing is it something that you can differentiate, right? What will make people buy your product as compared to everyone else in this? Okay, here, something like this I wouldn't get into even if it wasn't brand dominated, just because there's not much you can differentiate yourself. It is the same exact thing. Maybe you can add a couple of colored pencils, maybe some little templates to draw things on, but there comes a certain point where pretty much every product is equivalent, right? Like there's not any new feature that you can introduce, not a new bundle you can introduce that will make you stand out. And in that case, I would avoid the product, just because it becomes more of a commodity, and there's only so many lifestyle pictures you can take to make yourself stand out. And at that point, it's just, you're not going to be able to have that upper edge over everyone else. So I don't sell commodities or products I can't differentiate. And the last important thing is what I was saying is part of the price, right? Is the product actually profitable? That is number 5. Can you make money off of this? Because where are you shipping it from? Everything. Okay, so let's see, this person, you can sell it up, and you have to be realistic with yourself, right? You see that right here, you can pay attention to the price. It goes up as high as 30 and as low as 8. I don't believe this is an actual math though. I think this is more so like the pens. But probably a realistic price would be around the $22, $23 mark. Like even some are getting away for $21. So you don't want to assume that you're going to sell in the $30 range just as soon as you get it. So how do you check profitability, right? Go into Google and literally type in FBA calculator. right here, and then pick a listing that you think you will fit into. I'm gonna pick this one, $22.99, and pick this because the FBA calculator will give you the dimensions and the weights, and it will give you an accurate thing based on that. So pick a listing that is most closest to the product that you think you're going to get manufactured as far as weight and dimension. Let's say we pick something like this. Copy the ASIN right here, which is this number. Fill it in here, click search, and it will give you a little template where you can fill this in. So they are selling it for $22.99. So I like to give myself a little leeway room and go for, just in case I want to go lower on the price, I like to take it $1 or $2 lower, $20.99. And then you basically fill in ship to Amazon and the cost of product. Go to Alibaba and you see, okay, so let's do aqua. I type in the product aqua doodle mat doodle. I can't even. Who comes up with this branding things? So here we are. We can see there are similar products. Let's go with this one. It has templates and things, and see the price here is very variant. It says $1.2 to $9. It says you don't really know what it is, right? So let's just take. That's the hard part, right? The only way to find out is when you actually contact suppliers. So I would actually go as far as to, if I'm certain, if this product has passed all the 4 criteria and I'm just trying to see if it's profitable, if I can't tell by this, and if I can't even give a ballpark range, I would actually contact maybe like 5 suppliers to see what kind of quotes I can get. And if it actually does look like it's profitable, then I get into it. So I'm just gonna say, let's say $7. Let's just high park it. Let's say the product costs $7, and let's say it costs like $6 to ship into Amazon, because I'm assuming I'm gonna try to go with air DDP shipping to get it there faster. And let's calculate it. It doesn't look profitable with this type of numbers, and I did that on purpose, guys. Right now it's saying $1.54. However, let's see if we can negotiate down with the supplier for, let's say, $5.50. And what most people don't bring up is you can save on shipping. Now, initially, you want to get your product in as fast as you can into the marketplace, but if it's something like this, which is probably more wide and heavy, you can save a lot of money by doing sea shipping. A lot of money, okay? You can even bring this down to like $3. And when you calculate it, now it becomes profitable. Now your profit margin is pretty much 29%, and you're making a $6 profit. So don't write it off completely. If the supplier gives you a high quote, you can try to negotiate down with them without, of course, compromising the quality. And also you can try for sea shipping if it's a market that you don't think is going to change. Or I suggest getting your first few units in, maybe 100 units by air shipping, to test it so you can break even on the product at least, and then to get those initial reviews and to kind of start playing around with PPC. And then later you do sea shipping, right? Even though it takes a month to 40 days sometimes, you in the long term will save yourself a lot of money. So you can actually just ship this product in with trying to break even on it, and then later, actually start being profitable when you do choose sea shipping. And that's actually a really, really important component. So those are the 5 things, guys. So the first one is revenue, the numbers. Is it making good sales? Is the market stable? Are all the sales consistent on the first page? Second factor, competition. Everything about the competition, guys. Study your competition, okay? Where are their sales coming from? Like, why are they making the sales? Have they been around for a long time? How many reviews do they have? Are they an established brand that's dominating the market? You want to look out for those things, okay? Third thing, seasonality. Is it something seasonal? Is it a trend, a fad that's just going to die out in a few months? Look out for that. Fourth thing, can you actually differentiate yourself and make your product better? Why would somebody buy you as opposed to everyone else? And 5th thing, can you actually make the moolah from this product? You want to, obviously, and look for ways around that, because maybe people will write it off because they can't afford the shipping, but you know better. You know that there could be ways around that. So I hope this was super helpful to you guys. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Like this video, post any of your comments down below, or on my Instagram or on my Facebook group. All the links are down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.